In this video, I will be teaching you how to solve simple linear regression. So let's say, for example, we have this data. We have collected this from 6 people with age 10, 22, 15, 36, 42, and 50 with their corresponding sleep duration in hours. That's 8 hours for the respondent with a 10-year-old age, 22 years old has sleep duration of 6 hours, 15 years old 6 hours, 36 years old is 5 hours, 42 years old is 4 hours, and 50 years old is 7 hours. So of course you do not interchange those data because they are paired with one person for each column. And so we want to know the regression equation of this data so that we can predict the sleep duration given an age. Let's say you want to know the sleep duration of a 30-year-old man because it's not there, so we just predict. Or somebody who is 60 years old, you want to predict the sleep duration. So, but of course, this is just a fictitious data. So whatever is the result, it is not a reliable result because again, it is just a fictitious data that I have made. And so let us start. So how to start? We're gonna make a column labeled as x. X will be now the independent variable or the cost, which is the age. So we are trying to we are trying to see the effect of age into the sleep duration, and the x cannot be interchanged. If your cost or your independent variable is age, you have to fix it that it's the age. You cannot interchange it, or else it's gonna be a different result. It's different from the Pearson correlation where it's okay to interchange the x and y. And so let's continue. Let's just put the data for the age, and for the y will be the sleep duration. So again, you cannot interchange the x and y. So the y will be the dependent variable. It's the effect. So it's the one affected by the x. So let's put the data 8, 6, 6, 5, 4, and 7. And then we need another column, the product of x and y, or x times y. So let's multiply 10 times 8 is 80. 22 times 6 is 132. 15 times 6, 90. 36 times 5 is 180. 42 times 4 is 168. And 50 times 7 is 350. And then we're going to add another column, so it will be the square of x. So we're going to square the values of x, or meaning we're going to multiply by itself. So 10 squared is 100. 22 squared is 484. 15 squared is 225. 36 squared is 1296. 42 squared is 1764. And 50 squared is 2500. And so we will get the sum of x. Sum of the values in the x column will have 175. So the sigma symbol there at the side of x means summation or total. Then we'll get the sum of y, sum of the values in column y, which is 36. Sum of the product of x and y, or sum of xy, will be, so we're going to add all 80 up to 350, it will be 1000. The sum of square of x, so we're going to add all those values in the fourth column, it will be 6369. And then we're going to find the equation. So this is the equation that we are after, the regression equation. And to find this, we need this formula. A equals n times sum of xy minus the sum of x times the sum of y. So it's kind of similar to the Pearson correlation formula. And n times the sum of x squared minus the square of sum of x. And that's it. Then also to find the b, the formula for b is the mean of y minus the product of a and the mean of x. So to find the mean of y, it's the sum of y divided by the n. N is the number of participants or the rows. There are 6 in this example. Also for the mean of x, it's the sum of x divided by n. And so we need these 3 to substitute in our regression equation so we can complete it. And so let's start with a. So here's the formula for a. And then we are going to substitute. So the n is 6 because there are 6 rows, meaning there are 6 participants in this study. So it will be 6 times the sum of xy, which is 1000, minus the sum of x is 175, and sum of y is 36. And then n is 6. Sum of x squared is 6369, minus the square of sum of x, which is 175. Then we will now compute 6 times 1000 is 6000, minus the product 175 and 36, which will be 6300. The product of 6369 times 6, which will be 38,214, minus the square of 175, which is 30,625. Then let's get the difference. So the difference of 6,000 and 6,300 is negative 300. Then the difference of 38,214 and 30,625 is 7,589. Then let's divide. Negative 300 divided by 7,589 will be approximately equal to negative 0.04. So we just rounded up to 2 decimal places because it's gonna be a very long answer. And then we will now find the b. So the b formula is mean of y minus a times the mean of x, where a is negative 0.04 that we have solved. So let's find first the mean of y and the mean of x. So the mean of y will be equal to 36, the sum of y, over the number of participants, which is 6. So the mean of y is equal to 6. Then the mean of x, which will be the sum of x, which is 175 over 6. And this is approximately equal to 29.17. So it's 16666 and so on. So we rounded up to 2 decimal places. Then let us substitute. So the b now will be equal to 6. That's the mean of y, minus substitute a, which is negative 0.04, times 29.17. That's the mean of x. Then we're gonna multiply negative 0.04 times 29.17. It will be negative 1.1668. So of course and negative becomes positive. So then we combine, it will be approximately 7.17. So we just round up to 2 decimal places. So that's our b. Then the y now, or the regression equation, will be the a is negative 0.04 times x plus 7.17. That is the b. Or we can just remove the parentheses. It's y equals negative 0.04x plus 7.17. This is the regression equation. This is the equation that we will use for predicting, because regression is used for predicting values. So let's write the regression equation, and let's say we want to predict at the age of 64 years old. So that is the x. And we want to know the sleep duration, which is the y. So given the regression equation, so we're going to substitute the x by 64. So multiply 64 times negative 0.04 it will be negative 2.56. And combine the two, 2.56 and negative 2.56 and 7.17. So the y will be 4.61 hours. So the expected sleep duration if you will reach 64 years old will be only 4.61 hours. But again, this is just the result is not reliable because we are using um, fictitious data that I have just made for the sake of our example. So that's it. That is how to solve simple linear regression. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have learned from this video. Please support my channel by pressing the subscribe button, and also write the math topics you want to learn in the comment section.